Hello. Okay, so for today's mindfulness moment, I'm here to remind you that mindfulness does not always have to be complicated. Um, Remember, it can be as simple as pausing and taking 3 breaths. But today, we're going to make it short and sweet, and I'm going to assume that maybe you have a coffee with you. If it's evening, maybe you have a tea or even just water close by. But if you're watching this morning or midday, maybe you have a coffee or a tea close. And I want you to think about how even taking a moment of mindfulness can just be being very present as you sip something that you really enjoy. So, how many times do we find ourselves maybe on coffee or tea number 2, number 3, number 4, and we know we love coffee, but you get to the point where you're not even thinking about it, right? You're just sucking it down and like doing what you got to do for work, home, whatever that is. So, this is a little reminder to pause and be present to just sipping and enjoying something that you enjoy. So we're going to do this awakening to all of our senses. So first, smell your coffee. Take a nice breath where you're inhaling through your nose as you smell your coffee. What does it smell like? Now remember, the other thing about mindfulness is I don't expect that no thoughts are going to be coming in maybe as you're trying to smell your coffee. It's fine if all of a sudden you go back to thinking about your to-do list or what you need to get done, or maybe even like this is stupid. And that's totally fine, okay? That's fine. The point though is that you just notice that your mind's it's wandered, and you just bring your focus back to your coffee. That's all. And tell your brain, you know what, this might feel stupid now because we haven't done this before, but this is how we reawaken to life's everyday moments. And ultimately, this is how we calm our nervous system and manage stress. Now I want you to, as you kind of smell the coffee, sort of awaken to that sense, I want you to actually increase awareness to what kind of cup your coffee is in. Maybe it's in a thermos, maybe it's in a plastic or whatever, reusable coffee cup, maybe it's in a mug like I have. But right now, try to, for the next few moments, bring attention to just what does it feel like. Mine's a little bit warm. This glass mug that I have has a design on it that I can kind of feel with my fingertips. So I can just feel that design. This cup feels a little bit big for my hands. I like that there's the handle right here that I can slip into. And I'm just bringing awareness to my hand holding this delicious cup of coffee. Next, what do you hear? So now as we awaken to more senses, maybe you take another smell of your coffee and then just raise awareness. What do you hear right now? It's been a stressful week. If you're not listening to the podcast, you can get a little update or following me on Instagram where I share how it's kind of been a bit of a crazy last 7 days. But anyways, maybe you're in a crazy season too. And so just focus on what do you hear. And I purposefully put on 528 hertz. You can find this on YouTube, Spotify. Search for 528 hertz, HC. It's very calming. So I put that on in the background. Maybe if you're quiet, maybe you hear your family in the background, maybe your work colleagues, something going on out the window. Just notice. And if your mind wanders, no big deal. Just bring it back. Bring it back to your senses. All right. Now, before we sip our coffee, I just want you to look at it. If it's in you got a lid on it, if you can take the lid off. But otherwise, just look at your cup or look at your coffee. What properties do you notice? I put a little bit of creamer and then this MCT oil, it's called. I put that in here in my coffee today. So my coffee looks a little bit different because of that stuff. So I'm like, that's interesting. All right, now we're going to sip our coffee. The main thing is as you're sipping your coffee, try to just notice hold the coffee for a moment in your mouth. What does it taste like? What does it feel like? And then this next part's kind of weird, but just try it. Just give it a try. As you're sipping your coffee, try to just notice how far you can like notice and feel the coffee before you can't notice it anymore. Let's go. All right, that was delicious. For me, it's like I can feel it kind of right back by my, back throat area, tonsils area. And then it's like I kind of go to swallow it and then I can't really notice it anymore. That was for me. Let's just do one more. Just be present to smelling, tasting, feeling the coffee in your mouth or tea. Amazing. All right. You can practice mindfulness from anywhere, even just when you pause and sip your coffee or your tea or warm water or whatever it might be. Have an awesome day.